Hey, what's up guys, it's Lee and welcome back to the channel. Now today we're going to be focusing on a pretty popular lens, and that is the Sony 85mm f1.8, and we're going to be talking about why this lens is the best 85mm lens on the market for the money. So stay tuned. Now first off, why are we even looking at 85mm lenses? Well, 85mm lenses are the go-to lens for portrait photographers thanks to its amazing ability to separate your subject from the background and create that dreamy bokeh that we all know and love, and of course deliver photographs that are just breathtaking. And the Sony 85mm f1.8, even at its lower cost compared to many of the other lenses that are out there, it really does just that. Now, when it comes to photography gear, we know that gear can really beat up our pockets pretty fast, but the Sony 85mm f1.8 really comes in at a great value versus cost ratio that I can personally live with, and maybe you'll feel the same way. And yes, that actually means that you'll be able to get a nice, beautiful portrait lens without selling your kidney or sacrificing your firstborn. Now, there are at least 10 other 85mm Sony lenses on the market right now, but the 85 f1.8 comes in around $550, which is actually a really great price for a native Sony lens. And when we compare this lens with the ideal best of the best Sony lens, the 85 f1.4 G Master lens, which comes in at around $1,700, this lens really comes in at a steal when you think about it. Now, we can argue about whether or not that little extra bit of light that the G Master lens is going to offer, and we can also argue about the creaminess of the bokeh between the f1.4 and the f1.8. But when it comes down to it, I think you're going to get a lot of value, and you're getting a lot of bang for your buck when it comes down to this non-G Master lens. Now, of course, there are some other high quality 85mm lenses that we can talk about really briefly, and that of course is going to include the Sigma 85 f1.4 DG/DN art lens, which comes in at around $1,150. The Zeiss Batis 85 f1.8, and then that one comes in at around $1,250. And then of course there are a couple other contenders that come really close to this lens we're talking about here, and the first is going to be the Viltrox 85 f1.8 Mark II, which comes in at around $400, but you don't get the programmable button on the side. You don't get the autofocus manual switch on the side, and it also is not weather sealed. And also, you also have another option, and that is the Rokinon 85mm f1.4, which actually is weather sealed, but it does lack that autofocus and manual focus button switch. And of course, it doesn't have that customizable button as well, but it does offer another 2/3 stop of light, which is a great alternative to this one we're talking about right here for sure. Now, when it comes down to build quality, the Sony 85mm f1.8 lens, it really does feel great in the hand, and it isn't nearly as heavy as some of the other lenses that I currently own. And it also creates a nice balance when you put this on your camera body. Now, the 9 aperture blades create beautiful round bokeh balls, and the focal ring feels really nice in the hand as well. It's not the best focus ring in the world, but it does feel really good, and it's definitely very smooth. You also have access to a customizable button, and it's also weather sealed to protect against dust and moisture, which of course is going to be really important. Now let's talk about something else that really matters, and that of course is image quality. Now this lens captures really high quality images, and I actually use this lens on portrait sessions and even wedding days, and it continuously delivers amazing photographs. And I actually find that the images are very sharp, and it really makes my subjects pop, which is exactly what you want out of a portrait lens. And of course, in this fast-paced world of photography, a moment missed is a story that is just left untold. And that's where this lens really shines. The autofocus is actually a bit faster than the Sony G Master version, which is kind of mind-blowing when you think about it, but it does lock onto subjects with speed and precision, whether it's like a subtle smile that the bride makes, or if you're going to take a quick photo of a child laughing, this lens really catches everything. And that's why I rely on this lens, so often. And so when it comes down to it, sure, you can spend a lot more money on an 85mm lens if you want to. And there are tons of other lenses out there that might be a little bit sharper around the edges, or, might be a sharper, higher quality lens. But this is a phenomenal lens for the price, especially when I compare this lens against some of my higher quality, more expensive lenses. I think that this lens definitely holds its own, and I am not embarrassed, or I don't feel, like this lens is inadequate whenever I'm pulling this thing out. Like this is definitely a great lens. So in conclusion, if you are looking for an 85mm lens for your Sony body, and you want to pick the best one for your money, this Sony 85mm f1.8 is going to be probably one of the best options on the market. And so that's why this is the best lens for your money. Now, what do you think? Is there another option? Do you like the Viltrox or the Rokinon better? What's been your experience? Leave those in the comments below. Also, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel and you found this video to be helpful, go ahead and hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time on the next video.